Ja, hallo. Ist das fertig? Ich wüsste... Verdammt! Hello, welcome to Target's Reviews. As you probably have guessed, we are in Germany, but not just any Germany, but Nazi Germany. So Hitler is in power and war is raging on. Well, and not everybody in his government is so pleased with how things are going, and we are seeing the madness in his actions. So we, as his close friends and people of power in Germany, wants to stop Hitler. So we want to kill him or just stop him by arresting him or anything, just make this madness stop. So to do that, we have time on our hand. We have these decks that represent the war. So when we come to the end, the war will end by itself. But that isn't very good because there's millions of people who die during this phase. So we want to stop this war to prevent all those deaths. Also, we want just kill him and remove him from the power. But to do that, we need to be motivated. And we also need to gather the correct resources at the correct time. And when we try to attempt the assassination or capture, it also has to fit and be perfect. And it's very, very hard. Now, this game is very historically accurate, but it is a game, so things will not be, well, historically accurate. Things will happen in different things from the history. And of course, Hitler didn't die before the very end, and if we kill him here, well, it's not historically correct. But we really saved a lot of people. So let's delve into this game, Black Orchestra. Each player will receive their own character, and these characters are from history actually. So you see how they had influence and the story of how they lived and died. So here we have places for items, and depending on the one or two players, we have a fourth place as well. But the most focus here is from suspicion and motivation. Suspicion is, well, it's suspicion. We have low, medium, high, extreme. And extreme range here, you see as a small symbol of SS, is very dangerous to be at extreme suspicion. Then we have motivation. It starts at timid. You're not really believing in this case and in killing Hitler, but you can be upgraded to skeptical and then to positive. And the higher you are motivated, the more actions you are getting to do, or more stuff you can do. But finally, you can be committed, and only then are you able to do plot cards yourself. And we're coming back to that. Then it's zealous. Now you're really dedicated to this cause. But at any time, this can go down and this can go up. So you want to keep this low and this high. So let's delve into the game and see how it works. The game is very simple. Everything you need to know is here, basically. If you're captured or arrested, it says here. And here is what happens if you do a plot attempt or attempt to assassinate Hitler. But it's more than that. On your turn, you have 3 actions. One action is to move to an adjacent location. And in Berlin, all these locations are adjacent. So I can go from here to here, and from anywhere here to a train station. But if I want to move outside, I have to go through these dotted lines. So one action is to move like so. Another action is to flip this envelope here. And these envelopes are important resources for us. They are contraband, so you have to be very careful at having this. But I can pick up now for an action the keys. But right now I don't need the keys because I don't have any plot. And to get a plot, we have to search through this deck here. And there's also an action to draw a card. So, plane bomb. This is a nice plot. At any time Hitler moves on the map, and it happens a lot, we can try this plot attempt. And if the character who has this plot attempt is a member of the Abwehr, we get another dice. And if he has explosives on his hand, one of these envelopes with explosives, another die. And if he has map as well, another die. So we can get a total of 4 dice for this plot attempt. And to assassinate Hitler, we need to have these dice, we need to roll this symbol that is higher than the number of his current military support. So if this is now at 5, and we have 4 symbols, well, it doesn't add up, does it? We need more. So it's very hard to do this one. We need to lower Hitler's military support. But that is one 2 actions and three actions. So that's my turn. Then we draw a card from here. And it says, a visit from Goebbels. Move Goebbels to the space of the nearest conspirators. So we see Goebbels is here, so he moves here to train station. And this will say at the start of the turn, if you start with Goebbels, you will lose your ability. So each of Hitler's very closest colleagues will be negative to us. So it will cause us to stumble on our feet, be really demotivated, and well, stuff will happen. It's bad stuff. Also, if that conspirator is alone, his suspicion is erased. Wow. Well, he's not alone. So this will go here. Now these events will happen in order, but each deck is shuffled, so we don't know what will happen in what order, and also 2 cards from each deck is removed from the game, and we don't look at those. It's random as well. So that was a turn. Another thing you can do on a turn is to, for each action you have, take 1 or 2 or 3 actions. You can roll the dice, like so. For each of these red icons, you can put here on the descent track. And this descent track, if it's full, you can either reduce Hitler's military support by 1, make it easier to kill him, or get yourself motivated by 1. It's very nice as well. And if you're really lucky, each number here on the dice will give you actions instead. So I just spent 3 actions to get 9 actions. That is awesome. There's a lot of things to do. But if I'm really unfortunate, I can get this. And this will cause my suspicion to go way high, and it's so easy to be caught and put in prison. Well, basically you know how to play the game now. There are of course some rules here and there, like details, but you know the flow of the game. So it's very simple to get into. But of course the game is not simple, it's very hard in fact. You have to keep this low in order to try the assassination attempts at all, and you have to have the correct character with the correct plot card, with the correct timing, and everything has to match. Also, if your suspicion is too high, something bad might happen. You see here, in each of these decks from 2 and to 7, there is a chance of a Gestapo raid. So if you flip the card and there's a raid, each character who is at extreme suspicion go directly to jail. And in jail, they will be interrogated. So when you are in jail and on your turn, you take this card here, this deck of cards, you shuffle them, you draw a card, and without discussing with other players, you read the options you have, A, B or C. You have to do one that is possible to do, and you choose one, and you do it, and you read it aloud, then you shuffle it back. And everything here is bad for every player. Then you won't tell the other options you have, you just have to make your own decision there. And then maybe you're let loose or escape from prison, just maybe. So it's a bad thing. Also, you still draw an events card even though you're in prison and do nothing for an entire turn. So being in prison is very bad, and if all characters are in prison at the same time, it's game over. Also, if you reach deck 7, if you haven't killed him by then, there is a chance that the card of document discovery will appear. That means that all the documents of all the resistance has been found, and you're all found with evidence for treason. You're all put in jail or executed, but the game ends immediately anyway. So if you have come this far, well, don't come this far, the game might end at any turn, and this is very bad. But that's the game, basically. So that is Black Orchestra, the co-op game about killing Hitler. I really think they have managed to put a great story here, the history, and making it feel natural in the game. And of course, the noble thing about killing Hitler, to save millions upon millions of people. Yeah, well, it's a good goal. The rulebook says if you kill him by this round, you have saved this many people, and this one a bit fewer people. So the longer you take, the less people you will save. And yeah, it's like from 20 million to only 7 million. So the sooner you kill him, the better. But that's a thing as well with this game. In the first round, it's fairly easy to try to kill Hitler if you get the correct plot card, because his military support is very low, and well, little stuff is happening in the first round that's going to stop you as a group. And I think every time I have managed to attempt to kill him in the first or second round. And then it's only a matter of the die roll to see if it works or not. So normally it doesn't work because the odds are never in my favor. But I have killed him in the second round, and it's like 10 minutes of gameplay and the game is over. We won! Hooray! I think. Yeah, well, it's a good thing we won, but the game is over already. It's like we didn't even try to feel the game. And then in the middle here, things really escalate. His military powers goes way up, and Britain is attacking Germany sometimes, and oh, well, he's going to lose anyway, so why bother? So our motivation goes down, and a lot of things happen that either boosts his military support or lowers our motivation or makes us more suspicious. So it's very hard to try to kill him in the middle here, and at the end it's easier, but then the game might end because of the false or the documents that they found. And if you win by then anyway, you haven't really saved that many people, but you have killed him, but he would have died anyway later. So I'm not sure if I like how it's done. So the first time I played this game, I really liked it. It was like the story came alive, and things are very exciting to try to cooperate and coordinate our resources. The second time, I felt I had played it before, and I wasn't really excited about playing it again because a lot of the same stuff happened. It was the same thing going on. You draw a random card, see what you get. Oh, I have to get some resources, and we just move along. And the cards, they make our suspicion go high, and we are sometimes sent to arrest. It's never exciting. That's what I'm trying to say. The first time is fun, but the second time is less fun. And the more I played it, the less fun it is. And it's always the same thing happening, and it's the same thing you do every round. And the more players you have, the longer in between turns as well, because things takes time to do. And even though you have 3 actions, you can roll the dice and you can get 9 actions, and you have to decide what cards to use and such. And yeah, I really don't like the game any longer. It was fun, exciting to begin with, but the more I played it, the less exciting it got. And for me, it's not a recommendation at all. Right now, they had a Kickstarter campaign going on. This is the first edition. So they fixed some cards here to make it more clear what the rules are. And they added a lot of more of these interrogation cards because there weren't that many to choose from. So you can memorize them easily. And they changed the components here. But it's the same game anyway. But I like the theme. I like how they have presented the story and make it feel accurate, make it feel historic. But I don't like the game. It's kind of sad, really, because I felt this is a game I'm going to like. I love co-ops and I love historical themes, as long as I'm not trading in the Mediterranean. But no. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you'd like to see more and maybe influence what game I'm going to review in the future, please check out my Patreon account at patreon.com/chakras to see how you can influence me there. I really appreciate that. So if you like this video or don't like this video, please comment or press up and down. And yeah, let me know. Okay, thanks for now. Have fun gaming.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.